Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. Thanks, sponsors, Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication, ComC.com, Burbank Sports Cards, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Heritage Auctions, Huggins & Scott Auctions, Panini, Upper Deck, and Topps. I've had a lot of questions about my wall, and one of the benefits of being on the podcast, being interviewed, is that my backdrop is part of the wall, just a small part of the wall, but it's still a part of the wall. Some people have mentioned that, but after we got done, and again, this short episode might not make perfect sense if you didn't listen to the previous episode with John Keating, because he had asked me about wrestling and some other things about his Satchel Paige card that he'd regrettably sold too cheaply long ago. And again, just kept the microphone going. I thought it was an interesting interchange. And it talks about the card, the Billy Shaw card was Jones Dairy. I was blanking out on what dairy it was, but it was a kind of a milk bottle cap card. A really tough card when they're a little round circle with a caricature. People don't get real excited about that other than the written. And the other things were, again, if you're on the podcast, you get to see it. Some of these other Hobby Hotline, I try to show my backdrop there. Anyway, thanks, John Keating, for a stimulating conversation. Here it is for your listening enjoyment. One of these days I'll get the full wall panoramically, but right now I just have to apologize. It's buried. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to clear out, supplies as well as bulk stuff that I get to Rich and other places. So the wall is blocked. The wall has another wall in front of the wall, so you really can't see it. But I'm working on getting a solution for that so that I can have a reveal at some point. So here's John Keating with me discussing a little bit about the wall, and that's why he's talking about over my right shoulder and over my left shoulder. I wasn't going to the wall. The wall is my photographic virtual backdrop. Thanks, everybody, and here it is, and have a good weekend. I can't point to it because these are mirror images, but 3 spaces above my left ear is Bruno Sammartino. And then way on the other side, at the very bottom left, is Rowdy Piper, right next to Scottie Pippen. So it's all alphabetical.
I have a question for you. You have a Raider over your left shoulder. Was that a 73 Raider? It's between whatever that 61, it's not a Fleer, but anyway, there's a really weird looking, it's not even a card. It's like 2 circles. So if you're at your left shoulder, I guess it would be 2 rows up. There's a Raider with his hands out. I think it's an Oakland Raider with his hands out. I'm trying to figure out, I guess I don't know what that is. It's so bizarre.
Are you talking about the circle?
Yeah, the circle. There's
the circle is that's Billy Shaw.
Now there's like a black card. It almost looks like a balloon inside of a slab. I don't know what.
That's Billy Shaw.
Is it really?
The Buffalo Bills lineman. It's his, I forget what that's called. It's a bottle cap. He's in between Luke Sewell and Art Shell.
Yeah, Art Shell. Okay. I knew it was a Raider, and I just didn't. I couldn't see him.
Eddie Shore.
Oh, wow. Yeah, got you.
And above it is Seaver.
Seaver, yeah. So that's 67. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And you have what do you have? A 68? I guess that's a Ryan. I saw somewhere else. Right over right by your left ear. Yeah. Got you.
Yeah. And then Babe Ruth is next to him. Let's see if the red.
The Gowdy, huh? Yeah. Wow.
Pete Rose right above.
It's amazing.
Rate,
awesome.
And Satchel Paige is there.
I see him. He haunts me.
You broke some hearts.
Yeah, I've been on a raw one recently. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's an iconic card. That's a card that Joe Biden has behind his desk.
Really?
He has one card behind his desk. It's next to a frame, and it's the 53 page.
It's iconic for many reasons. Obviously, it's Satchel, and the set was awesome. But the Browns, right? St. Louis Browns, another team not in my lifetime was I able to see, obviously. But I tell you what, real quick, the one that I have up on that as I want to say in one of those Valley Forge. Remember, there was a GW Lodge in Valley Forge as well, not just Will Grove, but one of those shows. I bought a 50 Bowman Robinson for about $25. So I still have that. So now I'm trying to get that slabbed, but it's not easy right now.
You probably wait a few months.
Yeah. But that'll be my revenge. I'll get that.
That's a great card.
Yeah. And my dad bought me a rookie Yaz card. Yaz was my guy, and $25. I'd pay him off $1 a month for the rest of my life, whatever, but never got around to it. So that's my most valuable card. And it's probably, I don't care what condition it is, but that's the one that go to the grave with me.
I'm not a freak either. It's like we're saying, some of these cards, if I buy something or sell something, I don't worry as much about the condition rarity. If I have the card and it's a 5, I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over it. But I go back to the old days where condition wasn't as big a deal. It still mattered.
Yeah, but we used rubber bands. As you said in some of your podcasts, you put your initials on the back. We flipped them, we pitched them, and flipping meant something else, right? Back then. We grew up not condition sensitive. My son right now, if it's a 9, he flips out. But don't touch the card, put it in a sleeve, whatever, man. Yeah.
You're doing something right if your son's collecting. That's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Hope you can enjoy that together for a long time. So
I appreciate you having me. You've been with me throughout most of my life. It's been an honor. And if you ever need anybody to sit in a corner at one of those dinners, let me know.
fair enough, John. Like I said, I hope I'm doing it for a long time, and I appreciate you writing in and suggesting things that are off the beaten track. I'm thinking about things I wouldn't have otherwise thought about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.